Hi guys, this is Jerry and Sarah, and you're welcome back to our channel. Thank you very much if you are a new subscriber and you're just bumping on this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, also thank you very much for stopping by. We've released about 2 videos already, and in these 2 videos we've talked about how we met and who first said I love you. I don't know if we said anything in that video anyway, but yeah. So the last video was really about you telling your own story, your side of the story, about how we started to see each other, how we got into the relationship. Eventually that led to marriage, right?
We finished on this question.
Yeah.
If you could picture us in a relationship.
Okay. So what you're saying now that it's my turn, right? Like it's my
yes, you can continue from the point where we finished.
Okay, so I remember that where was the place you stopped again?
We stopped at the message that you sent to me.
Yeah, okay.
If I could
see,
I could picture us in a relationship.
Okay, so just like she said, and just like we said last time in the video, I just messaged her. Obviously, I started to see a lot of good things in you, and I felt like, yeah, it was time to shoot my shot, the way we always say, like, shoot your shot. So I decided to just shoot my shot and just said what I needed to say. Anyway, it's not like there was any big deal. It was going to be a yes or no. So I just took the courage and I said, okay, you know what, let's do it. Let's just ask her. But then prior to that time, okay, I said something like, I was in a relationship before, and this relationship was kind of sketchy because it will have seen me got out of Poland, and I'll have gone to the US, and maybe that will have been the end. But as God will have it, this relationship did not work out, and it was quite surprising for me, even for me, that I could even get the courage to ask you that question, because I remember that people were already telling me about you. About 1, 2, 3 people told me about you, that, oh, there's Sarah there, you know, you can talk to her. And I told them I didn't want anybody, I didn't want any relationship with anybody from my church. That was the excuse I gave. And the reason is quite simple for me, because then before you eventually get married, there will be talks. There will be like rumors and all this kind of stuff. And I really don't like all this people talking about me, talking about what I'm doing, like seeing into every action that I take. So I just didn't want any lady from my church to be in any relationship with. Like, if I was going to get a lady, I wanted it to be from another church, so that we'll be meeting outside the church, so that people will just know us, and they know us outside the church. And yeah, but eventually that's what happened. So yeah, I remember that I just asked you this question, and you said to me, I wouldn't say no, but then I want us to talk about it. And okay, for me, that was a good start, because if you don't say no outrightly, for me, it meant that there was a chance of something, even though I was not sure of what that something could look like. So yeah, I was just happy with that response, and I decided, you know what, this could actually be something really good. So let's really explore it. So yeah, I just remember that.
But then it was me. Do you remember? It was me that suggested the day of our meeting that we really meet and talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember we had a rehearsal in the church, and I told you we should meet and talk
after this rehearsal.
Yes.
The truth is that
you were shocked, because you told me you did not expect that it would be this early.
Yes, because the truth was that if you didn't stamp your feet or stood your ground to like give me the date for us to just talk, I probably would just be pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, because I was like, yes, I want to see her, but I'm scared. I don't know how she would, whatever we're going to say. Plus, from another race, there was just a lot of things going on in my head, you know. My parents had already told me before leaving the house, like leaving home in 2021, that I should not bring any white lady to the house. Like, they just literally said that to me. Like, I shouldn't even consider it. Like, no. And their reason was not based on any racism or racial ideas or whatever. The reason was just quite simple. My dad explained it to me. He went to Germany for a conference, and there was this African that was telling him about the European lady that he got married to and how the lady treated him, and that they are very quick to divorce. So having that at the back of his mind, he just gave me that advice, like, get you an African lady, don't even think about Europeans at all, because they just divorce like quick. It's just like that. So that was a concern for him. So me thinking about all that, like thinking about all the things my dad had told me before I left home, and
yet you still wanted to try.
Yes. And me saying that statement to you, it was like, dude, do you know what you're doing? Like, do you even know what you're saying? Because this lady really wants to meet you. And then when you pushed for the date for us to meet, like after the rehearsal and all, I was like, oh, okay, it's happening already. So, but anyway, we met, and yeah, I just remember that the first set of things I said to you was that I don't know how this is going to go. I'm not sure of what it is that we are doing yet, but I just want to give it a very good try, and that you should not be scared of anything. You can trust me, and that I don't want you to be perfect. I mean, I just want you to be yourself, because I'm going to be myself. And how did that make you feel?
Oh, this one is interesting, because I remember that I also had some doubts, and I wanted to tell you about it at the beginning. And I remember, first of all, I said that I'm not going to leave Poland and move to Africa.
Oh yeah, I remember that you said that.
Because I didn't know where you want to take me to, right? And I was not ready to move, to leave my country, leave my job and everything. It's like, I'm not saying no for whatever in the future, but obviously I didn't want to say like, yes, I'm open at the beginning, not even knowing you were.
Yes. And there were a lot of things to iron out, to discuss.
Yes.
Before you said yes.
So this one was clear, but you told me, oh, that's simple. You don't want me to leave with you to Africa because you don't even want to leave Poland and come back to Africa.
Yeah.
So this one is like, oh, it was good to hear.
So it's like,
that.
Okay, first tick,
yes,
it's not leaving, okay.
Yes. And secondly, I told you that I'm scared how I'm going to communicate with you, because by that time my English was very poor.
Oh yeah, that's true. I remember.
My English was very poor. We said that in the previous video, that I distanced a little bit because I could not speak English very well.
That's right.
So I was like a bit scared to talk to you and just be open. So my worries, like I was worried that I might not communicate very well to you, that I might not communicate my feelings, and we might have problems with communication, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
But
you were brave, actually. You were brave enough to even give it a try. Like, all these challenges that you just mentioned could have stopped you, could have just made you withdraw.
If I say that right now like this, I don't even remember which words I was using by that time, right?
Yeah,
if I speak right now, and
You were definitely
my English
using
is like this
less words
right now.
Yeah.
Then what was I using by that time, right?
Yeah.
How did I say that? That's funny.
That's funny. Yes.
But I remember that you told me that I don't need to be perfect, and you don't want a perfect lady. And this one really stuck in my mind. It was something very important, like just a star that lightened upon my head.
Oh, that's nice.
So that was very, very good to hear. That was very nice to hear from a guy that would like to enter a relationship with you, to know from the beginning that I don't need to be perfect and I can be open.
Yeah.
So
I remember also telling you that though we are starting like this, but then we need to keep it very clean.
Oh, definitely.
And no funny games.
This one,
no funny things.
This one was even. This one was higher. This one was on the top, because this is, I can say, something that I was very scared about, right? Because we are adults. Obviously, we have our needs and everything, but me, at least by that time, I knew that what's about me. How about me?
Yeah.
And I knew that I want to keep this relationship clean till our future wedding.
Yeah.
Most likely. So
till there was a chance to get married.
Yes.
Yes. Because we're just starting, and then we didn't even know if eventually you're going to get married. Just like, okay, there was a lot of challenges, there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of conditions, question marks. But yeah.
So I didn't even see that coming, and just out of blue, you told me. I remember you said like closer to me, like look straight in my eyes, and you told me, remember, but there is a line.
There's a boundary.
There's a boundary
we cannot
that will
cross.
not cross.
Exactly. I remember this phrase actually. I remember how I said it to you. Like, remember, there's just a boundary that we cannot cross.
And this one, it was like confirmation that yes, we can try.
Okay.
And I can really, yes, give myself for this trial.
Okay, like a trial.
Yes, because that gave me assurance that I can feel free, that I don't need to be worried that I might do something that will tempt me or more
me.
you
to
go further and to push a situation to the point that we don't want, that we cannot cross. Because this is truly, that's a ladies' fair. You know that a guy can come and try to push something, to tempt or whatever. So this one is like, it made my heart free.
Okay.
Or this guy will not force me to anything. I can feel free. Him and me, we know that we will not cross the line we don't want to cross. And that's how we, like, on day one, because that was actually our day one.
Yeah.
So on day one, we said to ourselves, we agreed that there's one line that will not cross, which allowed us to stick to it.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, it will allow us to stick to it.
It's always very important. I tell this to a lot of people, that agreement must come from both parties, because it's not enough for one person to enforce it. If the other person is doubting it or doesn't fully believe in it, then there's tendency to want to sometimes challenge that boundary, and before you know it, the other person will get weaker and succumb to the temptation of crossing the line. So it's always good, because if both parties are in agreement, then if one person is tempted to cross the line, the other person can bring them back and be in check.
And that's what later we experienced.
Yes.
Right?
That's exactly what we experienced, because I mean, we cannot tell lies right now, and we are not flesh. We are not stones. This is flesh.
That it was not difficult.
Yes,
right?
it was difficult. There were some times that the thought to cross the line was there, but we brought ourselves back because we agreed. And sometimes it was you, and sometimes it was me, and we say, okay, but then we agreed.
No, it was not very often because we were trying to not even like
get to this level.
Moments that could make us feel like this.
Yes.
Right? It's about spending time, where we are spending time around which people and whatever. So the less, the better. But obviously, if we've been together 11 months to get married, and 11 months, plenty days to go. Yeah. And you cannot deny that you didn't think about it, how it could be. Yes. How sweet it could be or whatever. But you remind yourself, we agreed, two of us, that we will not cross the line. Yeah, I also remember. That's how we kept it clean. Yeah, that's how we kept it clean till the first day 1, November 1. And which is what? Tomorrow. Dark. Anyway, I remember we spent some time together before telling your parents. 1 month. 1 month. And when we got to your parents, what was their reaction like? Actually, this one we can leave for another video. Yes, show the reactions because we have a movie. Okay. Yes. All right. So. Oh, that's how we can just say that from that conversation where we talked about it, what we want from each other, what we expect from each other. Yeah. We decided, okay, let's try. Let's try how we will communicate, how it will get. Where it will lead us, and that we can just try. We were just like good friends, open to get to know each other more, and just explore it. And so we started to explore it for months. First month, second month, we started to count months. Actually, it was like, oh, this is our first month, and then the 6th month. I was like, oh wow, this thing is actually good. Okay, let's continue. Oh, but first, day by day. Yeah, day by day. And day by day, it just started to get better. And we are here. And all right. I suppose we'll stop here again. Yes. Hopefully, the next story we talk about is how we declared the relationship to our parents, like both of our parents, how my parents took it, this information, how your parents also took it, and from there, how we started to then plan for the next stage, which was, of course, engagement and then the wedding and stuff. So, okay. If you are still here, guys, it means that if you are still here, thank you very much. It just means that you were hooked up to this story, and I think you really want to hear the rest of it. And to hear more, you need to press the subscribe button. Click on that subscribe button right now, and the bell beside it, it will give you notification when we release a new video. And we're always releasing a new video, what, every week? Or every 2 weeks? If the time permits us, then we release every week. So you don't want to miss out on anything. And going forward, we will be picking 1 subscriber from the comment section. So if you want a shout out, make sure that you comment on this video. And from the next video, we will pick 1 subscriber randomly and we'll make a shout out to them. You never know, you might win yourself something. So keep commenting. Thank you very much. Thank you. And see you guys in the next one. Peace.